Welcome back, guys, to an AI dungeon adventure. This time, we're heading into Hans' side story. So this happens after the events of book 1, and we will now follow Hans as the protagonist on his journey home to Gahar. I'm so excited for this, and the intro I just made was, I was so happy with the outcome, and I'm so hyped to just like play as Hans, you know? Check out what he experiences after book 1 and see what he's up to. So here you can see what I typed into the AI as the introduction to our side story. You are Hans, the first companion of Galdur, the knight who defeated Morgic with the scroll of the blind shogun and was banished by the emperor to a new continent. You are at a harbor at the western side of Agadori, where you bid farewell to Galdur and see the ship taking him across the ocean and disappearing into the mist. You're now done with your quest, and you, Malik, Edgar, Lena and Shinjin are standing at the harbor and look at each other. So, what do we do from here? You say out loud. Lena decides that she will go back home to Red Valley and inherit the throne after her father died. Edgar wants to go with her, as they are planning on getting married soon. Malik wants to go to Chaldean and search for any proof that could testify against the Emperor so that Galdur may come home one day, and Shinjin will return to Shinkensu, his homeland. You look at them and finally say goodbye to your crew. For the first time since you met Galdur, you are on your own again. Now, the journey home to Gahar begins. So we are now ready to go back home. Let's just type in our first action, shall we? You set off for... You begin walking eastwards for Gahar. For 2 weeks you walk on the road east, passing the occasional trampled fields or small villages. You see few travelers, and those are almost always Empire soldiers or hunters. Okay, so a little time skip here. We are 2 weeks into our journey and still on the road. So let's see. Let's add to the story. How many days until I reach Gahar? Maybe we should wait until we meet someone by asking that. You know what, let's just let the AI continue and see what it comes up with. The people seem to fear you, and you are certain that you must look excessively grim and angry for the whole world to seem like your enemy. The Empire must be in a state of panic to send out troops like this. Well, the Empire has been kind of panicking over everything with Morgic and Galdur getting banished and everything, so yeah, I guess that seems fair. You continue walking. But the Empire must be in a state of panic, though. That seems kind of weird, like a threat is approaching. You've been walking for nearly a week when you finally come across something that looks like an old road. Okay, so I've been walking for 3 weeks now. Holy shit, this journey is long. Follow the old road. So weird just being Hans, like alone in the woods. The road is rutted and potholed, but all of the signs of heavy usage. Okay, let the AI continue. We're getting some really good responses from the AI now. It stretches out into the horizon, but seems to vanish just a few miles past your current location. You come across an old sign that reads, "Welcome to the Empire. May our next labor be your last." What? Okay, we're gonna retry that. That seems way too cruel. It also happens to be the right way, so we are sure that this must be the old road to the town of Tinsley. If you remember the map, it is also on the way to your hometown. The town of Tinsley, okay. So we have to pass that town to know that we're on the right track. Okay, so Tinsley it is, I guess. You walk for the next few hours and the town does not appear. It is possible that you passed it already. Oh, okay. Well, let's continue. However, you feel that you would recognize the town if you saw it, so you continue on. You walk for the rest of the day and still nothing looks familiar. Okay, let's look around. You'll look around and examine the area. See if we can find anything unusual here, since nothing really seems familiar. You stand on an overpass above the old road. Several fields of yellow and orange crops stretch out both below you and to the west. Okay. Very nice descriptions though. I'm kind of proud of the AI. You can just make out the hazy outlines of the town you are searching for. It looks like a small place with a steeple, about half of which is visible from the road. Okay, so I think we can see it from afar. Let's walk there. Head for Tinsley. A really new area. We've never been to this kind of part of Kedar before. Never heard of Tinsley either. It looks like a small town, like the one you once lived in. The fields are still being tended to, but many houses in the town are empty. Okay, so pretty similar to Gahar then. A few people mill about on the street, and a sign that reads Tinsley 12 miles gets your hopes up. Okay, so this was just a small pit stop. We're not at Tinsley yet. Okay. However, there doesn't seem to be any farms or businesses in town. Okay, so it's really desolate and silent. Try to ask one of the villagers where you are. Let's try to orient ourselves. You catch a young man and woman smooching in the middle of the village. Oh shit. They stop and see you and start to look embarrassed, but not so much that that they are going to let it go, okay? Okay, so a bit of innocent teenage romance happening here. They try to make up an excuse, but you tell them that it doesn't matter. You're in my way. The woman is about your age, although you doubt if they are oh my god, okay, we gotta undo that. Siblings! Give me a break, man. The woman is a little older than yourself, the young man is a little younger. Okay, this is some really sus behavior. Why are you two doing that, you ask? Oh, because Hans is single. I think Hans has never been in any kind of relationship ever. So him being really unfamiliar with it is kind of fits his character, you know. The couple both look at each other and then the woman looks at you. We don't have any food to eat and we are starving. Your stomach lurches at the thought of food. So they were making out because they're starving? What is this place, dude? Okay, but we are hungry too. Nothing we can do with that. So let's try to ask them, which way is the town of Tinsley? She looks a little confused and then points due east. It's that way if you're going to make it. You look at the girl and then run over to the young man she was kissing. Okay. if I'm going to make it? Is the way to Tinsley like really difficult to travel through? You're going to Tinsley? Do you know the way? He looks at you with a little fear in his eyes. Why? I know the way to get there, but there is an Empire patrol heading in that direction. If you are seen talking to me, you will be taken into custody. You think over the situation quickly. Oh, what? Okay, so this man is convicted somehow. But he know the way there. So should we take him with us? That's like the question here. Let's answer. I can hide pretty well. So if we move, move to, or I should say walk to Tinsley at a slow and steady pace, I think we can make it unseen. Let's see what he responds. Maybe he can be like our guide. He thinks over it and nod. Let's get over there and then get out of the city before the Empire soldiers show up. Okay, nice. So he's gonna lead us there. Do you want to bring the girl along? He doesn't answer right away, but he seems to be thinking it over. I think she would slow us down. You nod and start off at a fast pace. Okay, so fuck her. We're leaving her behind. And yeah, let's go. What's your name? Ben. I'm Malik. No, I'm not. And this is my dog Edgar. No, what the fuck? Okay, but Ben makes sense. It's an okay name. I'm Hans. You start off running towards the east. Nice. Okay. To remind the AI of what we're doing right now, I'm just gonna write. You walk with Ben to Tinsley. So now the AI is reminded of what our task is. You walk at a fast pace trying to catch up to Ben. How many Empire soldiers patrol the roads in this area, you ask? I lost count after seeing so many. Okay, so he's very infested with soldiers. Let's try to ask him why he's so afraid of being catched or caught. Why are they after you? He doesn't answer at first, but it does quicken his pace. A bit. I don't want to talk about it. Oh, this is personal for him. Okay, let's try to get a physical description of Ben. I want to try that. So, you look at Ben. So the only thing we know this far is that he's called Ben. He has a girlfriend in this town we were just in, and he's trying to evade the soldiers. That's all we know. Really weird character though. Okay, that didn't work. Let's try Ben's physical description. And then the AI can just fill in the blanks. Height 5'9". Weight 150 limbs. Hair color black. Eyes black. Markings the eye. What the fuck is an eye marking? Maybe I should remove that. That just sounds really edgy. Okay. Now we can paint a picture of what Ben's like, at least for now, with the little information we got. Okay, so you try to catch up with him, or to him. You run up to Ben and then walk your own pace to keep up. Ben, how old are you? I'm not talking. This guy's really personal. Hans is kind of annoying right now, though. I'm not talking, he replies in a challenging tone. What's a challenging tone? I'm not talking. What's a challenging tone? I don't get it. Ben, I'm not trying to mess with you. I'm just trying to get to know you. You find yourself walking through some woods. Well, okay, that's a decent conversation right there. Ben, did the Empire send out soldiers to look for you? Yes. Why? I ran away. Duh. Okay, let's remove the duh part. Okay. Now we're getting some info here. But I still don't know why, though. Why did he run away? I didn't want to do their boring patrol. Oh, he's a deserter. Okay. I didn't want to do their boring patrols. How long were you doing their patrols? Ben falls silent and then slowly continues. Okay, so he's an ex-soldier. Kind of like Hans and Galder. So he's not too unfamiliar to us, actually. Like the idea of deserting from the Emperor's army. One day, then after one day, then after another day, then after the next day, then after the next. That's a long time. It sure is. 5 days or something. What is this conversation, dude? I love it. It builds character, you know. You hear a sigh. What's wrong? I don't want to talk about it. Fine, I won't bother you again. You continue on through the woods. Okay, so this guy seems really personal and easily annoyed. The further you walk, the more open it becomes. A few fields of crops stretch across your horizon, and in the distance you see a thick grey wall surrounding a town. Okay, so I'm guessing that this is Tinsley. So let's ask him. Is that town over there Tinsley? And let's see. Yes. Oh, nice, boys. Okay, our first destination complete. You walk on a bit, then Ben stops. What is it, you ask? Do you see that big tree over there? You look where he's pointing. Sure, man. You see a large oak tree, about twice your height. You shrug and say, what about it? Yeah, what about it, Ben? Spit it out. If I jump and grab one of the higher branches, I think I can jump far enough to reach the lowest branch and pull myself up. That's really going to work. What is this conversation? Okay, retry. Ben continues as if he didn't reply. It's not just any old oak tree, it's magical. I could feel that even without the magic aura. You stare at him for a moment. A magical tree? What the... Okay, let's say just that. A magical tree, question mark. Ben nods. When I was little, I used to think all trees were magical. I would climb them, rest under them, and think I was friends with them. Even then, Ben? Wow, so this guy probably grew up here. And I like the way he's describing nature. Like he was friends with the trees. It's kind of cute. Okay, let's let the AI continue. Ben looks away and doesn't reply. You continue to walk. Trees aren't magical, Ben. They don't have souls or anything. Hans, what a party pooper, man. Ben laughs bitterly. Aw. Why you gotta say that to Ben? Maybe they don't, but I thought they existed. Anyhow. Well, trees exist. Okay, I gotta retry that. Just because they're not magical doesn't mean they don't exist, man. No, Hans, they just have lots of nature. You shrug again. You see two houses, one decently standing with a thatched roof, the other completely fallen down to rubble. Okay, so now we're in the outskirts of Tinsley, I guess. Let's examine the rubble. You walk over to the rubble. You slowly pick up a large stone and throw it. Of course, I'm Hans. I always gotta throw stones. It crashes into the side of the wall with a loud noise. Oh, Hans, you fucking stupid man. I don't know how, but the AI really writes these Hans-like things to do. Throw a random rock at the wall and destroying something. It's exactly what I expected from Hans. Hey Tom, want to come play? What? Who's Tom? Okay, okay, let's continue. You walk to the wall and put your fist against it. You push and the wall easily gives away. You dust off your hands and turn to Ben. Well, that wasn't too bad. Okay. Let's edit that out. What I'm assuming has happened is that Tinsley has fallen completely apart. Okay. We arrive at Tinsley and see one completely obliterated house and a wall that's just falling apart. This town, it has to be deserted. Like, I have nothing else to think of. Seems like the village was destroyed or something. If everything just falls apart, that has to be the reason. Ben nods. The Empire soldiers came, and they didn't leave anyone alive. How do you know, you ask? Ben doesn't answer, he just looks at the ground. Oh, okay, so we're slowly starting to piece everything together. Okay, so what I'm assuming is that Ben was a soldier in the Empire's army. And when they walked around destroying the beasts that Morgic and the nomadic merchant summoned from book 1, when they did that, they started obliterating cities and not caring about civilian casualties. So they destroyed the beasts, yeah, but they didn't seem to care about whether humans died or not. So maybe Ben saw what they did to his hometown and just had to leave them. He deserted because he saw the cruelty in the army and how they just killed everyone who was involved with any kind of beasts. That's actually really deep and well done storytelling. If that's the case, I'm gonna assume it because that makes sense and it actually is pretty well written. But yeah, let's continue. I think the best case here is just to sympathize with him. If we assume this, that he actually witnessed his village being obliterated in front of him and deserted for that reason, I'm gonna tell him, I'm sorry you had to witness that. Do you want to check out the town center for survivors? Ben nods. You start walking into the town. Ben walks alongside you. Can you tell if anyone is alive from here? You ask. I'm not sure, Ben says. Okay, let's look out for any soldiers. Though they could still be here. Just to be sure. Ben nods. You keep walking past houses, trying to look for survivors. You hear Ben whisper, Emperor, in a quivering voice. What? Okay, I might have to redo this, but I'm just gonna check what the AI is gonna come up with. Okay, I'm gonna reiterate that. Ben nods. You walk through the center of town. You see the black charred husks of houses. You walk past a house that still has a light on. Oh! A survivor. Okay, you rap on the door. That's surprising. Didn't expect someone to actually still live here. A frightened woman with her hair shaved into a bizarre punk haircut opens the door. Well, we're in the medieval times, so I guess punk isn't a word here, but we all know what they mean. Who's there? She asks. Are there any soldiers still here? You reply. No, they all left when the fire started. You nod. Thanks, you say, and turn to leave. Wait, Ben says. The woman shuts the door and calls out. Okay, let's continue. Who's there? A friend, you answer. She opens the door again. I'm not sure I trust her intentions. What could it hurt, you say? Okay, this conversation here seems a bit weird, so I'm just gonna edit out that part and then let the AI take it from there. Wait, the woman walks to the door and grabs your hand. She looks you over, then speaks. You're not one of them. Oh, she thought I was like a soldier in disguise or something? No, I am not. My name is Hans. I'm on my way to my hometown. And I met Ben, who used to live here. You have no reason to think ill of us. She seemed pretty hostile, to be honest, and yeah, we're really quick with answering, so just gonna calm her down and make sure that she knows that we're not undercover or anything. The woman seems to think about this for a moment. Alright, come in, hold on, she says, opening the door wider. You walk inside and the smell hits you. Okay. What smell? A horrible smell like rotting corpses and excrement. Oh my god. You force yourself not to retch. I am Margaret, the woman introducing herself as she leads you through the house. She speaks quickly, almost nervously. This seems really suspicious, guys. This is like kind of creeping Hans out, I would assume. What have you done in here? I haven't done much. I'm just trying to keep myself alive, you know. When the Empire came through here, they turned most of the houses into their camp and killed anyone who tried to resist. Wow, Margaret has been through a lot. I'm still wondering about the weird smell though, but I guess it's like people she's been trying to keep alive, or maybe food she's found who's been rotting, and yeah, all types of Nasty shit. Okay, but let's propose something to both her and Ben. Let's first sympathize and say, that sounds horrible. You did a good job surviving the attack. I, however, am heading for Gahar, my hometown. If you, Ben and Margaret, want to join me, you can start a new life there. Get yourself a job, a new beginning. I want to inform them about this, because it's better than just being here and trying to, you know, fix a broken village. We'll think about it, Ben says. Maybe, Margaret says. You arrive in front of another burnt out building. This is where I lived. Okay if we stay here? Ben asks. Oh, what? Stay in a burnt out building? Yeah, of course, you reply. You sit on an old and torn... Okay, I'm gonna retry that. Ben stays quiet the whole time, but Margaret and you look at each other. Do you think they'll want to leave, Hans? I mean, can we... Okay, retry. It's a simple question, yes or no. Do you want to join me to Gahar? That's all I'm asking. Really? Ben asks, sounding genuinely excited for the first time. Okay, so finally we get some excitement from Ben. Yes, really. I'm sure you can start a new life over there. Free from the never ending danger. What do you say, Margaret? Come on, guys, join me on this. Yes, I'd like to join you. Nice. Ben's face falls and he looks disappointed. That's great, Ben. Thanks for... What? What? Okay, retry. Yeah, Margaret says in a daze. Ben looks at her, then back at you. Are you sure? Yes, you reply with a smile. Ben smiles in response. Okay, so we got him with us and we'll help them start fresh. I like that. Hans is almost like a savior in this side story. Although he's still just a scared old drunkard. But you know, after being with Galderon on this journey, he learned a couple things about life and I'd say got braver, kinder. Okay, so do you know the way to Gahar from here? Yeah, follow me. You follow Margaret out the door. You walk for about 2 hours until the sky begins to close. It's getting dark. We need to find shelter soon. Okay, I'm gonna retry that. I was actually asking for more description of where. Yeah, there's a road a couple of miles down. You can't miss it. You nod. Thank you for your help. Where is it? Okay. Removing that. Okay. Everyone ready? Let's go to Gahar and not be spotted on the way there. Okay. Now I want a physical description of Margaret. writing it like this is the best way to get the AI to describe anything. She's about your height, maybe a little shorter. She's a sturdy girl, but not awkward. You trust her with a sword. Yeah, okay, that's kind of how I pictured her to be. So that helps us painting a clearer picture of what she's like. Okay, so you find the road leading to Gahar and start to follow it. You follow the road for about half an hour before you see a strange figure in the distance. It has black spiky hair and is wearing dark red armor. Wow. What? Okay. That's really cool though. The three of you hide and observe the figure. Let's not expose ourselves. The three of you hide behind a hill and observe the figure. It notices you and raises its arm, and several small purple lights float above its head. Oh dear Christ, Ben murmurs. Well, Christ isn't a thing in this world, so I'm gonna remove that. Never thought I'd say that, but yeah. What is it? I have no idea what this could be, so I'm just gonna ask Ben. He's the only one who knows about this area. Those are nightmare tyrants. What do we do, you ask? We must kill the bastard before he kills us. How? Nightmare tyrants. This is some additional lore. I really like it. Yeah, how? What do you have in mind, Ben? I think he's gonna kill us before we kill him. I have no idea, but if I were a nightmare tyrant, I'd probably use a spell like that to communicate with my minions. Let's kill him before his minions arrive. If we're gonna do this, we gotta do it fast, you know? Agreed. The three of you rush forward at a full gallop. The figure raises his arms, and the spell hits the ground and blows up a hole in the road. Oh shit, this guy's powerful. As always, I gotta throw a rock at him. You know, Han's signature move. You throw a large rock this time. Wow, Hans upgrade. You throw a large rock at the nightmare tyrant, but it bounces off of his armor. Oh shit. I thought you guys would be more prepared for that, he says. It's fine. What's his name? What the fuck? Getting all formal in the middle of a fight. Okay, we gotta do something. Gotta do something quick. Ben, do something. I'm always prepared, Ben says, and draws his sword. You look at Margaret, and she too has drawn her sword. Oh, both of them carry swords. What? Now then, peasant, the nightmare tyrant speaks in a sinister voice. I remember that Hans had an axe in book 1, so I'm just gonna use the good old battle axe. Or one-handed axe. You pull out your one-handed axe and the three of you rush at the nightmare tyrant. You attack quickly, and the nightmare tyrant can't react quick enough to avoid your axe. It cleaves his head clean off. Oh my god, Hans the nightmare tyrant slayer. That was unorthodox. I've done worse. That's true, Hans. Okay, wow. Do you think he has a bounty on his head? If we bring it with us to Gahar, maybe we can get some money. That's my idea. No, I don't think so. Not yet anyway. Well, let's get going. I've got a few more hills I can blow up before nightfall. What? Okay, well, let's get going. You say and bring his armor and equipment with you. After the three of you have walked for a couple more hours, you see Gahar in the distance, getting closer by every step. You finally open the gates to your good old hometown. When arriving, you walk over to the local blacksmith and sell him the armor for 6 gold coins. Margaret and Ben receive 2 gold coins each, and you tell them, "Here, use these to get a room in some of the nearby taverns and search for some work in the morning." You bid your farewells and take the 2 remaining gold coins to your local drinking place, where Galder first met you. You sit down and have a drink. Finally, Hans is back home. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I know the ending was a bit rushed, but you know, it's the journey that matters, and I'm pretty tired too. Have a tight schedule, so yeah, I'm still just happy with ending Hans' story in a nice way where he's comfortable. Also proving that Hans haven't changed, but he's learned a lot, and that's really important for his character. I also wanted to thank you guys so much for 100 subscribers. Like, seriously, thank you guys so much. My goal is finally reached, and I wouldn't make these videos without you guys supporting me and being here for them. So thank you guys so much. I love you. Good night.